Hi, welcome to episode 50 of The Kitchen Sink, my weekly vlog. I'm Eric J. Barkman, and yesterday I put up the second story in my Chrono Hustle series titled The Stone Age, in which main character Jack Masterson goes back in time to the Stone Age. Thus the title. So this story was definitely an interesting one to write. My writing tends to be very dialogue heavy, so of course when deciding which era to send Jack to first, I of course choose an era where nobody speaks English, or even any language that anyone living today has ever heard. So, definitely a challenge as a result. I had to put a lot more thought into writing it, but I actually really like how it turned out. I'd finished writing it a few weeks ago already, but then I left it until Saturday to go through and edit it, and going through I realized, wow, this is a lot better than I thought it was when I was writing it. I was fairly impressed with myself. Hopefully you are too, or if you haven't read it yet, you should go read it yet. There will be a link in the description down below. There's a few interesting things to note about it. There isn't really too much you can tell yet about how exactly time travel works in the series. I, of course, have most of it figured out up here. But, second story, there are a few things that are brought up. First of all, the fact that the timeline can be altered, as indicated by character of Melinda Summers, talking about how time travel is a bit of a tricky issue and such. And for any X-Men fans out there, yes, her last name is a reference to the Summer family tree in X-Men comics and all of the time travel involved there. Another interesting thing is the duplicate ohm introduced in this story. Dupla-ohm? Omelicate? Omelet? I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Mentioning an omelet just kind of made me a little bit hungry there. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, duplicate ohm, omelicate. Sorry. The fact that I've introduced a second character named Ohm who looks identical to the Ohm from the first story, hygiene issues aside, is something that will be brought up in the future. It is a plot point, it's not just a random little occurrence. And it may also give some hints as to the nature of time travel in the series. Sort of. But we'll get to that later. Also, to address another thing, the whole lighting bushes on fire for hunting. I realize this is a bit anti-environmentalist, but I mean, let's be honest here, Neanderthals were probably not environmentalists. Concept would have been foreign to them. As for Jack, well, there's a reason he was worried about the fire getting too close to the nearby forest and such. One interesting thing to note, if you'll remember from the first story, Jack's ringtone that sounds like a saber-toothed tiger. That I added into the first story after being, I thought, done the second story. And also, because as I was getting close, I realized, as close to the end, I was like, how do I have him escape after Melinda captures him? So that was kind of where I came up with the idea of the ringtone, and then I went back and edited it into the first story. Then I actually thought I was done the second one, but then I realized, oh, I just wrote a story set in the Stone Age, and I did not include a woolly mammoth hunt. So yes, that was added in after I had already gotten to the end and realized I really need to add in a woolly mammoth hunt. So that was kind of where I added that in, and then put in another use of the saber-toothed tiger ringtone so as to, make it a bit more used. Yeah. So, if you have anything to say about it, or questions, yeah, anything, leave it in the comments down below. This third story in the series will be going up on April 2nd. And, yeah, I'll say which era he's going to next. It's the Wild West. And, yeah, thumbs this video up if you like it. Thumbs it down if you don't. And subscribing would be great. Also, if you enjoy Chrono Hustle series, you could become a patron over on Patreon, where, just an idea. And have fun.